It's old, it's slow, and it doesn't have power steering, but the Bedford J Type might just be the most charming classic truck you can still buy. Introduced in 1958 and staying in production for an astonishing 40 years, this was never meant to be a showpiece. It was built to work. And it did. On farms, in factories, for fire brigades, and even in the far reaches of Africa and Asia. You'd find these trucks hauling goods through jungle heat, surviving British winters and rattling down potholed roads with nothing more than leaf springs and sheer determination. But here's the real question. In 2025, should you buy one? The Bedford J Type isn't just a nostalgic collector's item. It's a living piece of industrial heritage. It offers something that modern trucks simply don't: mechanical honesty. No screens, no software, no driver assists, just you, an engine, and a gearbox with 4 stubborn gears. For some, that's a nightmare. For others, it's the dream. Yet it comes with compromises. Parts aren't always easy to find. Top speed won't win any races, and unless you retrofit it, comfort is virtually non-existent. Still, with prices on the rise and classic truck culture booming, this humble Bedford could be the next cult favorite. So before you write it off as just another rusty relic, ask yourself, do you want convenience or character? Because in the world of vintage trucks, charm never goes out of style, and the J-Type has it in spades. Enjoying the story so far? Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever seen or owned a Bedford J Type. So, what made the Bedford J Type stick around for 4 decades across continents and cultures? It starts with what's under the hood. Depending on the variant, you'd either get the classic 214 cubic inch petrol inline 6 or the more muscular 300 cubic inch version. These weren't performance engines, they were workhorses. Simple, overbuilt, and surprisingly smooth for the era. And if petrol wasn't your thing, there were diesel options too. Many export models came with Perkins or Bedford's own inline-6 diesels, offering mountains of low-end torque, perfect for hauling heavy loads long distances without breaking a sweat. The transmission? 4-speed manual, every time. No overdrive, no electronics, just a direct mechanical connection between driver and machine. Suspension was leaf springs front and rear. Rough, yes, but it could take a beating. And the brakes? All drum, all mechanical, and brutally honest. They weren't great by modern standards, but they got the job done, especially if you were willing to keep them properly adjusted. Payload capacity was one of the J-Type's strongest suits. From nimble little 30 hundredweight pickups to full-fat 7-ton haulers, these trucks were built for absolutely everything. Milk deliveries, fire brigades, road crews, and even long-haul logistics. The J-Type didn't care what job you gave it, it just got on with it. And that's why it lasted. No gimmicks, just raw, honest engineering. Here's the part that matters to you in 2025. What's it actually like to own a J-Type now? Let's not sugarcoat it. It's an old truck. No power steering, no ABS, no creature comforts. But if you're someone who values mechanical simplicity and the joy of analog driving, the Bedford J Type might just be the perfect project. These trucks are surprisingly reliable if maintained properly. The engines are straightforward, the electrics are minimal, and there's very little that can't be fixed with a set of spanners and a bit of patience. Parts availability? Mixed. In the UK and Australia, there are still suppliers stocking water pumps, brake cylinders, seals, and even some body panels. For rarer models, especially export diesel variants, you might need to get more creative. Custom fabrications or sourcing parts from India or Nigeria, where some of these trucks were assembled well into the 90s. Fuel economy? Let's not pretend you're getting Prius numbers. A petrol J-Type will give you 10 to 14 miles per gallon. Diesel will get you 16 to 20 miles per gallon depending on load and gearing. But honestly, nobody buys a 60-year-old Bedford to save on their fuel bill. Now here's where the Bedford J-Type really earns its stripes. Not on paper, but in person. This truck is something most vehicles just don't anymore. Soul. Drive one into a classic car meet and just watch what happens. It doesn't matter if someone used to drive one for the post office in the 60s or only remembers seeing it in grainy black and white school books. People stop, stare, and smile. There's something about the J-Type that hits a nerve, a deep nostalgic chord that other classics rarely touch. And the community behind it? Incredibly supportive. Whether you're restoring one from a bare chassis or just need help tracking down a rare part, there's a network for that. Facebook groups, owners clubs, and even old-timers who still have original Bedford blueprints tucked away. Ask a question, and chances are someone's been there, and they're willing to help. Collectors love the J-Type shape too. That rounded grille, the fenders that sweep out like shoulders, the bonneted cab over layout. It's industrial design with character. and when restored right, it turns heads. Some people go period correct with company logos and vintage tool racks. Others go wild, turning them into coffee trucks, campers, or showpieces. But one thing stays the same. The Bedford J Type has presence. It's not just a truck, it's a memory machine, and no spreadsheet can measure that. Alright, so it's charming, collectible, and built like a tank. But let's be honest, the Bedford J Type isn't all sunshine and show ribbons. If you're not mechanically inclined, prepare your wallet. These trucks require hands-on care. You can't just drop it off at your local garage and expect them to know what to do. You'll either need a specialist or the confidence to get your hands dirty. And then there's rust. Big one. These were never rust-proofed like modern vehicles, and the usual suspects, front wings, cab floor, door bottoms, they all love to rot if you don't keep them in check. A tidy body on a J-Type is often the result of a lot of restoration hours. Safety? Well, let's just say it's not exactly Euro NCAP approved. Most J-Types came with no seatbelts. There are no crumple zones. The brakes, though decent for the era, are drum all round and strictly 1960s tech. This is not the vehicle you want to drive daily through central London during rush hour. And top speed? You're looking at 45 to maybe 50 miles per hour on a good day with a tailwind. Long distance motorway driving? More like long distance meditation. That said, there is a silver lining. Insurance. In the UK, classic commercial vehicle insurance can be surprisingly affordable. Keep it garaged, limit your miles to show days and weekends, and you're often looking at under £200 a year. So yes, it has its drawbacks, but they're all part of the experience. So, how much does a Bedford J Type really cost, both to buy and bring back to life? Let's start at the bottom. If you stumble across a barn-find J Type in non-running condition, expect to pay anywhere from £1,000 to £4,000. But that's just the beginning. Once you factor in a proper paint job, full mechanical overhaul, interior refurb, new tires, and likely a bit of welding, your total bill can climb fast. Realistically, you're looking at £12,000 to £18,000 for a full restoration done right. But here's the upside. Resale value is solid. A well-restored road-ready Bedford J Type today typically fetches between £15,000 and £25,000, depending on the model, condition, and originality. And if you go the custom route, say converting one into a vintage camper van or a trendy food truck, prices can easily push past £30,000. Could you make a profit? Possibly. If you're handy and know where to source parts cheap, there's room to come out ahead. But most owners don't do it for the flip. They do it for the feel, for the connection to a different era, for the pride of keeping something rare alive and on the road. Because restoring a J-Type isn't just about resale, it's about legacy. And for many, that's priceless. So, is the Bedford J Type worth your time and your money in 2025? Let's not romanticize it too much. If you're after a plug-and-play daily driver with Bluetooth, aircon, and modern safety features, this is not your truck. If you're looking for a classic that appreciates, like an air-cooled Porsche or a split-window VW bus, again, this is not that play. But if you're the kind of person who values character over convenience, who enjoys the clatter of an old engine more than the hum of an EV, then absolutely, the J Type is still worth buying today. It's rugged, it's soulful, it turns heads not because it's flashy, but because it carries history on its back. And the best part? It teaches you. Every drive is a reminder of how trucks used to be: raw, honest, mechanical. You'll learn how to wrench, you'll learn how to listen, and you'll connect with a community that values preservation over performance. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. The smell of old petrol, the groan of leaf springs, that clunky 4-speed gearbox that reminds you you're driving something real. So if that sounds like your kind of ride, the Bedford J Type just might be the best decision you didn't know you were about to make. So what do you think? Would you take on a Bedford J Type as your next classic project? Or does the slow speed and rust risk make you think twice? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you've owned or still own a J Type, we want to hear your stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more classic truck content, restoration deep dives, and honest vehicle verdicts, right here on this channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.